Saturday, April 5th, the tariffs officially go into effect. Goods like iPhones, electronics, wine, clothes, shoes. BBC World News said that cars are going to go up by $10,000. USA Today said that if you're for low-income household, your disposable income will drop by 4%. Televisions, furniture, coffee, chocolate, it's all going up really soon. What are you going to do to be prepared for these tariffs?
Hello everyone, this is Emmanuel Cook. We will be reacting to a new video today, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video.
Here is another reason why I don't want to live in North America anymore, because all of your money is gone towards your living expenses, okay? It's gone towards paying taxes, number one. So the more money you make, the more taxes you pay. And then two, it's gone towards your shelter, okay? Which is your mortgage and your homes. And I think that is a bullshit way to live. It creates absolutely no freedom in life. And if anything, you are more in golden handcuffs than ever, because on paper, you think you're making a lot of money. On paper, you have a great job. On paper, you own a home, but you're actually stripped away from resources and values and morals and ethics of freedom, okay? Because you don't have any choice in what you can do with that money, because all of it, almost 50% to 70% of people's income is going towards paying their mortgages and their shelter. And that's when you're making 10 grand a month. Most people don't even make 10 grand a month. Think about those people that don't. That's why I think North America is a bullshit place to stay, because you are literally a slave. You work, and you have no time. What do you think we're doing? We're working, and we have no time. We have no time for our kids. We have no time for freedom. We have no time to travel. We have no time to spend time with our families. And I have gotten comments, make time. Yeah, when you are struggling and you are in survival mode to pay off your mortgage, to pay off monthly bills, to pay off utilities, and then to pay the government, and then to put food on the table, how the hell are you going to have time for all of these things? Because you're in survival mode. So what did it change? Our parents came here to give us a better life. And if the life that we have, because we have better jobs on paper and we own a home, but we're doing the exact same thing, is that a better life? Do you want to stay like this for the rest of your life and then one day wake up at 50 and be like, what the hell did I do with my life? So yes, I will say this loud and clear. North America is not the most ideal place to live. But you know what you need to do? You have to use North America to get what you want. And I am tired of the bullshit system they have in place where they take my money from me, right? And they take less money from me because I'm self-employed. And I would encourage you to do that too, okay? If you're self-employed, you get to dictate how much you're going to pay in taxes. There's ways around it. That's why people like Robert Kiyosaki, that's why billionaires and millionaires have a system in place. They pay less in taxes, but they own a lot of assets. We have to question where trading your time for money does not work anymore. It does in other countries where you trade your time for money and you can actually live a good life. But in North America, you trade your time for money. You go to work, you work 9 to 5, you come back home, you get back, you take the train, you come back home at 7 p.m., you get your kids in bed, you shower them, they go to sleep, you're too tired to do anything else. So you go to bed, then you wake up the next morning and then you do the same shit again. If you think that's time, that's not time. You are trading your time for money. We all need to stop doing that. We have to find ways and how we can stop doing that. That's to start your own business. That's to look at passive income. That's to invest in real estate. That's to invest in stocks. Is to invest our income, because if we continue living on our incomes the way that we have zero left at the end of the day to do anything else.
Something needs to be done about the taxes in America. I work full time, okay? I have a government job. I rehabilitate children for a living. And I have 2 part-time jobs on top of that. Why did I get 2 part-time jobs, you might ask? Because I want to live comfortably and don't feel like my only full-time job allows me to do so. I literally paid over $17,000 in taxes last year. I mark as a single person, which is the highest amount of taxes that can be taken out of your paycheck. But not only that, I get extra money taken out of my taxes. So can someone explain to me why and how I owe almost $2,000 to the feds? This country literally just wants you to be poor. I don't make this crazy amount of money, so the fact that I work really hard, I work 3 jobs to make the money that I make, just to then find out I owe an additional $2,000 in taxes is actually insane.
I get everything's crashing, but when can we stop working? When do we get to stop working? I'm going to rephrase it. Get to stop working, because that sounds more magical, something I want to manifest. Because this system is not working in the way that it is. So get rid of it. Is how I feel, genuinely. Like, I'm genuinely fucking tired. Everything is fucking crashing in the world, but not these jobs. Bitch, you better get up and go to that job. All the mayhem and turmoil going on, fuck that. You still have to get money in order to afford the things that you need to survive, of course. Even though the prices of everything is gonna go the fuck up and the whole market is crashing and the whole everything is going fucking crazy, right? But you're gonna get the fuck up and go to that job. That fuck ass job. And they don't give a fuck about you, for real. Let's be so honest about, like, majority of, like, 9-to-5 jobs, any of that type of shit, customer service. You're a number. When the fuck do we get to stop working these fuck ass jobs in this economy that's literally, obviously crashing? It's all crashing down, but y'all are expecting us to get the fuck up and still make y'all money. So then y'all can still not raise the minimum wage, but then enforce tariffs that are going to make the price of everything double, triple, quadruple. What the fuck? What?
This woman was paying herself $700,000 a year running a nonprofit food bank. So she was just taking donor and taxpayer money, buying food and handing it out to poor people, and somehow that was worth $750,000 a year. She wasn't running a regular company where you have to compete with the market and there's pressure from shareholders or anything. She's just giving out free stuff. This is a common tactic for Democrats. They create and exaggerate social problems, then convince people that the government can solve them, which it most likely and often cannot. After they've allocated taxpayer funds to the problem, they insert themselves right in the gravy train and extract wealth off of it and make themselves personally rich. This is what Elon Musk is eliminating at the federal level, but unfortunately it's going on everywhere.
Money is the only reason any of us work. I get what you mean, but think about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. At the bottom, you have your physiological needs and your safety and security needs. You need money in America to access those. Money needs are more pronounced than ever with the cost of living and inflation right now. In an ideal world, your job should also be an expression of your values and your natural strengths in order to feel that happiness that you're referencing. But money unlocks more access to those things.
All these people that are mad about DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, should be mad at themselves. Do you know what a sucker looks like? Somebody that pays taxes, contributes to the government, tries to maintain an efficient level of fucking normalcy, but in reality on the back end, they're busy eating sushi, millions of dollars worth of sushi, when we can barely feed our families. They're giving $4 million to the likes of Ben fucking Stiller. There's reports surfacing now that Chelsea Clinton received upwards of $80 million from USAID. Are you kidding me? The level and the magnitude of fraud. I mean, paying millions of dollars to have transgender ideology to go to Serbia, Ireland, in comic books, orchestras. Are you nuts? And all these people are complaining on the other side thinking this is a bad fucking thing? How in the world could you feel that way? Have you ever watched the movie The Hunger Games? These people have been living in a real-life Hunger Games scenario where they're just sitting back, licking their chops, cashing checks, families, friends, kickbacks to themselves this whole time. No wonder why Hollywood's obsessed with fucking Democrats. No wonder why there's the director resigned of USAID. They know it's coming. Can you imagine running any business and still being in business if you never ever said no to signing a check? Could you picture that? You would have not only no money left, you would have no loan power left, you would have nothing left. But the simple fact is, every single day, more and more and more bullshit comes out, and it just proves a point. It proves the biggest point of them all. We actually have people in the government right now that want to pay down our fucking debt, and they're getting rid of millions of jobs. Millions of fake ass voters.
No, but if you really don't understand that the U.S. monetary system is about to collapse, like in the next 10 years, I don't know what to tell you. I ended up down this rabbit hole through a documentary I had watched. But also in me trying to get into Bitcoin, not crypto, but Bitcoin specifically, I learned so much about the U.S. monetary system that would make y'all sick if you understood. If you understood how messed up and corrupt the banks are, the U.S. government, they're all complicit in you having less buying power. That is why you have 7 streams of income but barely can afford groceries. A part of it is lifestyle inflation, but more than anything, it's about the fact that they are printing. The U.S. quite literally has wrote a check that it can't cash. And it started with them banknotes. But after them banknotes, it was because we got taken off the gold standard. And after that, it's because we wanted to spend less money on manufacturing, so we sent all of our money out, and now it's coming back in.
Preparing for the crash of your nation can be hard, and I don't really have a set play-by-play rule book to follow for the fall of the American empire. But I am a millennial, and I've lived through a couple economic crashes, and I also lived through Katrina, which did set me up to be a survivalist and a prepper. And so I am stocked on life straws, non-perishable foods, and other emergency items in case things do get rough here in the U.S. But when it comes to my finances, what I've been doing is when I have extra money, I go to the gold exchanges and I buy the gold coins. You can buy gold coins and bars online through exchange companies, but usually those do have a fee for delivery. And I learned that the hard way. So now I stick to the gold coin exchanges because it's cheaper and I feel like I get more bang for my buck. You also can buy silver if you would like to do that, but I pretty much am sticking to gold because I know that gold is accepted everywhere, and I picked gold because that's what the dollar used to be backed by before Nixon, Kissinger, and the Fed Reserve fucked us all. And so if I have to leave the US and go to another country, I can take these little gold coins with me and exchange them for whatever currency is the currency of the nation I moved to.
A quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's continue the video.
Average rent in America is about to be $2,500 per month. That's for an average apartment. As of now, 2025, April, average rent is between $1,575-ish to $1,700. That's average. So if your rent $1,200, $1,300, average is taking all the rents and coming up with the average of all those numbers in different areas of America. So why is rent is about to increase like this? Tariffs. What does tariffs have to do with the rent? Well, if I buy something and it costs me more and it makes me less profit, that means I'm going to have to up the price on the people that I'm selling it to or the consumer. So for instance, when you break everything down, it comes back to materials. So if I'm renting and my landlord have to do renovations, any type of maintenance to the home that I'm staying in that's theirs, say normally the renovation for that apartment, if he about to redo the bathroom or do anything, it costs him $5,000, $10,000, just throwing a number out here. Say it costs him $10,000. With the tariffs, now it costs him $15,000. You think he just gonna take that hit and let you continue to pay the same thing where he goes in the hole by the end of the year and don't make no profit no more? Or you think he's gonna increase the price of rent so it can make up for the extra money that he's spending? And sometimes people will increase it even more to where just because they got the advantage to do it, they're going to make not only the money back from what they got to pay extra, but also some on top of that. That's like in 2020, and whenever inflation had hit hard, you had your local restaurants and stuff that went from selling the same plate for $7, $8 to now $14 to $16 when shit ain't go up 100%. That plate should have went from $7, $8 up to probably like $10, $9. They took that bitch from 7 to 8 to 14 to 15. Same thing with that situation. Instead of just taking your rent, what it's supposed to break him even from 15 to probably 16.50, he gonna take that bitch up to 18, 19. Pay attention to what's going on, guys. Trump had just imposed 35% tariffs on China last week. They retaliated to that. They said, excuse me, fuck that. We're gonna hit you right back. Trump like, oh nah, I'm the only one that can do that. You can't do what I do to you, basically. And like, hey, if you don't take that back and withdraw that shit, I'm gonna hit you with another 50% tariff. Additionally, And you got 24 hours, motherfucker. And imagine somebody threatening you and talking to you like that. You think you gonna just bow down? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. President. We take ours back, but let you still hit us across the head. Nah, you know exactly what he's doing. It's intentional. They want to spread this gap between them and the poor. No middle group. So China gonna say fuck you and hit you with a 50% tariff. And then they's gonna be going back and forth till one of the motherfuckers get tired. Until they blow all this shit out of proportion, and it's only the rich and the super poor. And no in between, like I just said. Focus on the new skill. I made $1,000 a day in 30 minutes. And tomorrow, with him talking about these tariffs, if China don't withdraw, I'm going to buy puts on the market. I'm going to make money while they bitch drop. Want to know more about that? Follow me on Instagram at The B Hayes Show. Same thing on YouTube, The B Hayes Show. DM me on YouTube. Click the join button on my homepage, 3rd tier, so you'll be able to know exactly what's going on with all this information with stocks and all that good stuff. We gone, man. Be safe out there.
You should not be spending your money on clubs, partying, all of these things that are not helping you at all, especially if you know that you are broke. The reason why people are in debt and they're living paycheck to paycheck isn't just because of the economy, but it's also the choices that they make. Like, yes, we know the economy in 2025 is shit. You go and try to buy a house, you can barely buy anything. But at the same time, I'm talking to those people who are literally spending money on things that they know they don't need. Why are you going to a club knowing that you have these bills to pay? It's better to pay your bills and then have fun. If you have leftover money after you pay your bills and you're responsible, go ahead and do whatever it is that you want to do with your money. You need to be responsible first. Take care of your responsibilities before you try and go and have fun. Start learning how to invest your money. Start investing your money into a Roth IRA, into a high yield savings account. Make sure that you just make your money make you more money. Don't let it scare you. Use this to push yourself, to challenge yourself, to expand financially, and let it be your motivation.
We all one day, so like, why not just spend all of our money and have as much fun as possible, do whatever the hell we want? I understand the sentiment, but it's a risky game for the most of us. Unless you're bringing in lots and lots of money that can fund a lifestyle like that, where you could just say, I want to have a bigger, nicer house, I'll just go buy a bigger, nicer house, or I want a nicer, luxurious car, go buy one. But for the majority of us who likely cannot afford that type of lifestyle, all that's doing is putting you at risk of a massive decrease in your mental health. Because I know a lot of us, me included at one point in my life, have or are experiencing financial stress, and it is debilitating, and it follows you around. That shit's heavy. I can tell you from somebody who's been on both sides of the coin for the most part, better part of our 20s. My husband and I were living paycheck to paycheck. You know, that financial stress made us miserable for the most part because we couldn't do the things that we wanted, but we were smart enough not to put a lot of things on debt, because if we did put those things on debt, it would have created so much more stress for future us. Now that we got our finances figured out, we've budgeted, we saved money, we paid off debt, all we have is our mortgage, we feel so much lighter. We're so much happier. No, we don't go on a ton of trips. No, we don't drive like the super nice vehicles or have super nice things. But I can tell you, I am so much happier without those things, because financial security gives you long-term peace. If some kind of financial disaster happens, it's okay. We are prepared. We can focus on what we need to focus on and not worry about the money aspect. Money controls almost every single aspect of our society and our lives. Learning how to manage it appropriately is one of the best ways to live a fulfilling life.
There are so many young people who think like this, and it is crazy to me. If you are poor, life is very long. And if you make very stupid choices in life, especially with your finances, life is long. When you make poor choices, life is so long. So why in the world would you say YOLO? You know what, screw it, we only live once, blah, 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 blah. You know, and it's just like, in 3 years, 5 years, you are setting yourself up for failure. You will be so stressed in life when you think this way. It's literally the worst thing that you can do. Think long term. Make your choices long term. Think about the cause and the effects. Think about the consequences for those choices that you make.
Why did I go to the store and I brought a pack of diapers, and tell me why they charged me $15 for those diapers? Mind you, it's those diapers that you just grab and go when you need extras, and those little plasticky packaging. Are you kidding me? $15 for some diapers, for 17 diapers? Like, are you serious? Is this what we're doing right now? I don't know about you guys, but now or never. Now's the time. If you want to start anything, if you want to build your brand, build your business, now is your time. Your time is now. If you are afraid to bet on yourself, you better not be, and find the courage, because the entrepreneurs are going to survive this economy. Back in the day, we were able to stay at jobs for 50 plus years, and they would guarantee you had a stipend, you was able to buy a home and do all that stuff. Nowadays, everything is up for grabs. It's now or never. Start on your business, start on your dream, start making some money quick.
Just let me know when I need to take my money out of the bank. Yeah, it's getting a little weird around here. I need to know that immediately. Let me know. I don't really give a fuck about none of that other shit. Let me know when the banks are about to start acting up and being like, well, we don't have the money. Yeah, you give us money, but like, we don't actually have that here. We use that for other things. No. Let me know when the fuck we need to all go and get our money out the fucking banks. Because it's really giving today right now. Literally. And I'm really down to just go do that. Because it's going to get to a point where they're like, well, we don't have any money here. We don't have any money here to give you. And I don't know if I'm going to be fucking with that. Because any systems go down and the banks start fucking with people's money, bitch, it's going to be the purge out here. It is. I don't want to feel that. I don't want to see that. I don't know. So, go ahead and let me know when the fuck we need to take our monies out the banks. Our coins out the banks. Because it's really giving immediately. Like, I'm not trying to put fear, but I'm just saying, like, bitch, this is getting out of hand. Yeah.
Listen, honestly, is it me? Or when we get paid, our checks don't look right? I'm just saying, I feel like the effort that we're putting in is not reflecting on our checks. I think we need a stand, honestly, personally, because all this effort, I don't see it. Do y'all see it? Because I don't.
Like, when you go to like a business place and they ask you for like a tip, if you don't like sit and dine, it never used to aggravate me or make me feel some type of way until now, like until today. So like when I get like my nails done or like my toes done or like I get a wax, they give you the option of like, would you like to tip? Now with the whole recession and everything gone up, like skyrocket, like we're in a recession right now at this point, cost of living has doubled. My paycheck has stayed the same. Like, so I went from paying $20 for gas to $50. And I already, like, I can't afford my lifestyle anymore. So I've been stopped, like, getting my hair done, get my nails done. I only do it for, like, special occasions or, like, once in a blue moon now. That's the only time I do it because I can't afford it no more. And when, like, the girl was, like, ringing me up for, like, my toes that I just did, and she was just, like, a tip. And I said no. I felt so fucking humiliated and I felt so embarrassed because it's just like, geez, bitch, you couldn't give $2, you couldn't give $5, but it's like I genuinely fucking can't. Like, everything is so expensive, I can't. Now I'm at the point in my life where I genuinely feel like I don't even want to go get my like any service done. I don't want to get my wax, I don't want to get my toes, I don't want to get my nails, because y'all are gonna turn at me and look for a fucking tip, and it's just like I can't even. I got my eyebrows done today. The bitch gave me a pen for a tip. I gave her $2 and I'm fucking worried about the $2. It's like, okay, in order for me to afford the lifestyle that I used to could afford to like give y'all the $5-10 tip, I would have to work double. The economy, everything is so fucking high, I would have to work double. And it's like, I don't have more time. I still have to be a wife. I still have to be a daughter. I still have to be a sister. I still have to be a student. I still have to go to work. I don't have more time. Like, what? Something is gonna get neglected. And it's just like, it's so sick. I don't know who to blame. I don't know what to fucking blame. But the fact that y'all got me out here living like this, I never felt like I was rich. I never felt like I made great money. But the way I budget, I could comfortably like survive, and I have an end goal and I have a plan. But this recession made me poor as fuck. Poor. It made me dirt fucking poor. I never thought I'd get here, but I'm dirt poor at this fucking point because I'm so fucking humiliated when I can't tip a service provider. I should just die. Fucking sick because I am a young girl. I'm 22 and I'm really fucking trying to survive. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. But I mean, it was never like I was living good because I couldn't afford one designer. Every designer I get, it was a gift. And I'm going to say it right here, right now. If you see me with a designer, it was a gift from somebody very well off, from one of them rich bitches I'm friends with. But it's just like, how did we get to this point where I'm so fucking poor? Who the fuck is to be blamed? Biden, I'm looking at you. I'm fucking looking at you.
I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.